It's the first video. And the reality is, it has to be bad. And that's not for me, necessarily. I would say, more than that, I owe it to you. It's a matter of principle. And we'll dig into the reasons for that. It's day 5 here in Jakarta. I'm in a random mall, and currently there's a lot of people staring at me. It's a steamy, rainy day in Jakarta, and people are like, what is this crazy American doing in the PIM Mall recording? But that's the point. The point is, it's got to be bad. You could say that I have an intense preoccupation with planning. It's to the point where if you ask people that know me, they would say that I'm a chronic mental masturbator when it comes to planning. And it's because I take great pleasure in planning. And no matter how much planning you do, like I've done a lot of planning, especially for this sabbatical. Quitting my job and moving to a foreign country where I don't speak the language. And none of that prepares you for the physical sensation of doing something as strange as recording yourself in a mall in Jakarta. The reality is that bad paves way for good. You see, when I decided that I wanted to start a YouTube channel, it was about a month ago, and I just thought, let's get it done. And I sat in my usual location in the kitchen in Ohio, miles away from cloudy and rainy Jakarta. And I sat there eating my low-carb bagel sandwich. And I decided, I was thinking, what should my first video be? Because I'm so intensely preoccupied with finding the right thing to do, figuring out what is correct, how to actually get started. I mean, there's so many things that I spend so much time planning. So I sat there and I asked myself, what should the first video be? And that became the answer. It's that it has to be bad. It just has to be, the video has to be the video. And look, I'm freezing, I don't know what I'm saying. It has to be one take. I mean, the reality is it has to be one take. And yeah, I feel pretty nervous because this is inherently a strange thing to do. But we have this preoccupation with planning, at least I do. And yeah, I could spend, honestly, I'm the kind of guy who, it would take me a year to figure out the right camera to get. But you know what, there's a certain irony, actually, in recording in a mall. Because a mall is mundane. And as I'm trying to dodge people here, it's this central hub of, yeah, in the modern world, you go there for your food, at least in Jakarta, malls are actually pretty big. Of course, if it's a bad video, it's a bad place to record a video. It's not interesting. So in that way, it's the best place. And so, I asked myself, what's the right video? And it has to be bad. And here's the reason why it has to be bad. It's because bad precedes good. The same way a coin has a heads and a tails, you don't have just the head coin, because to have a front also requires a back. It requires that you have both sides. So what does that mean practically speaking? It means that when you do something bad, that it can only get better. If that's the worst thing that you've ever done, then it actually means that only good can come further. Because the worst necessitates that better is coming. And so this is bad. I'm honestly rambling hardcore. I had some things I wanted to say. I had a couple points that I wanted to make. But it's got to be one take, because that's the point. The point is, it has to be bad. And I do hope that this is the worst video I ever make, because it would mean that the rest are better. And again, I get stuck in these research loops. Like, honestly, I researched the best shirts. Like, I spent a long time before I bought this shirt. It probably took me a year. And so that's the kind of thing. But honestly, I think about what it's like as other people looking at me right now. Because who is this American who's just stumbling into the Pim Mall and thinking he's hot shit? I mean, I got my necklace mic, like I'm reinventing fashion here, and I'm walking in here like a pretentious prick. Honestly, if I saw me, and you see people taking photos in like different spots, right? You see people doing the Instagram, or you see them doing the TikToks in public. You might have seen this. And in the same way, if I saw myself doing this, I'd be like, who's this guy? That's a reason to stop. It's a reason not to do it. We encounter these situations where essentially there's a good reason not to do it. We find a way not to do it. It reminds me of when I was younger, actually. I used to have a YouTube. I used to make videos before, when I was younger. I was maybe 14 years old, and I would record videos of Star Wars Battlefront. It's if you know, you know. It's one of those games, if you know, you know. And I would mod the game. I would change the game up, and I actually was pretty well known in the modding community. And I would make videos. I'd make videos teaching people how to change the game. And I think of it, and I don't know the reason why, but I would make those videos, and it was to the point where I was so insecure. I was 14 at this point. I had a prepubescent voice, and it was to the point where I would actually write a notepad how to do the instructions. Like, I would physically write. And yeah, I could type, but it was like twice as slow. And that's a good as reason as any to not make any videos. Is like, I'm too embarrassed to even use my voice. But young Brandon found a way to do that. And it was like, he never would have envisioned this. And it's like, it's incremental progress. During COVID, I was a hermit. I had this ritual. I had this ritual weekly where I would order a Papa John's pizza, tomato and mushroom medium. It's good, don't hate it till you try it. I was on a diet. And I would get this pizza every week, and I'd leave the apartment. And there's this townhouse, I was on the second floor. If I heard somebody coming, I would scurry back into the apartment like a rat. It was like, there was so much anxiety there, and if you told that Brandon, hey, in 5 years you're going to be in a random mall in Jakarta, it's your 5th day, it's raining outside or whatever, you're going to record a video in the mall while people are staring at you, you look like a buffoon, I would have said that's crazy. But that's the point. That's the point at the end of the day. And it's about getting started. So it's the first video, and I have an interview scheduled with a taxi driver in 2 days. I met him on the street here in Jakarta, and it's this snowball momentum. Just schedule it, get it done, and stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. That's it.
Not bad. That's a mock-up. Two of them are coming.